Square Cow Countdowns. Well, hello there, I'm Slash Raptor. Welcome to another episode of the show. Today we're counting down the top 10 greatest Megazords. You know, those big clunky things they use on Power Rangers. So let's do it! Rule number 1 is that I'm only going to use one Megazord per season. This means that I won't be able to include a Megazord from every season, but it does mean that the one I choose really deserves to win. To make this list, I took the following things into consideration: how cool the Megazord looks, what kind of attacks it has, and how epic the transformation is. And another important factor for this list is how sensible or practical the actual transformation is. You know, like what the Megazord gains or loses when it combines with other Zords. So let's do it! Number 10.
RPM is easily my favorite season of Power Rangers. It would have been even better if the Super Sentai footage it was based on hadn't been so, well, Japanese. I mean, these guys are fighting what seems like an unwinnable battle against an evil computer virus in a post-apocalyptic city with enormous Zords that look like f***ing Fisher-Price toys. It is such a mood killer. But, cartoony eyes aside, the Zenith Megazord is just downright cool. I mean, it's got an orange crocodile for feet. Seems to me like this Zord has a Chuck Norris complex, because only the ex-Walker Texas Ranger wears actual Croc shoes.
Number 9.
Try as I might, I just couldn't bring myself to exclude the Galaxy Megazord. I think the major reason is because the transformation sequence is so easy to follow that it got stuck in my head. Because of that, there's just something about it that screams iconic to me. The major flaws with this one are that the green Zord is so small and insignificant that you can barely see it. The Megazord never even used the wings for anything. Also, this Megazord doesn't really look too great once it's assembled. It's boring. Reminds me of those toys McDonald's used to give out. What were they called? Oh, Knack-Knacks! Am I right? Look at it, it's just a big walking rectangle. Except it's composed of huge robotic animals.
Number 8.
I hate this season. So what if Haim Saban is back in charge? Big deal. Instead of a new, refreshing season, we got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 5. Only now, all the crappy acting, irritating throwbacks to the original show, and overall uninventive concept are in HD. The theme song is even a cover of Mighty Morphin's original theme. The only thing that's awesome about this season is this Zord. I think it's basically Saban's way of proving that Japan is more than just a land of weird commercials, advanced technology, and tentacle rape. And they're right, Japan also has origami and samurais, which is what this Zord is.
Number 7.
I like Wild Force for 2 reasons. 1, because Merrick's weapon was a pool cue on steroids, and 2, because of all the different Zords. It seemed like every other episode, another animal was discovered. The Isis Megazord included just 4 Zords, but it could be active at the same time as the Predazord and the main Zord. Although, unlike the Galaxy Megazord, the Isis Megazord's wings let it fly. Oh yeah, and bonus points for the Zord's facial expression. It's so intimidating.
Number 6.
When you think giant robot, do you picture one that's made up of colorful geometric shapes? Probably not. But based on this footage, even that can still look epic. But to be fair, there's very few things that can make a giant robot unepic. Like, for example, stupid cartoony eyes. Yeah, I don't really know how to segue into the next number.
Number 5.
Since Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ran for about 3.5 seasons, I knew I'd definitely have to include at least one Zord from that era. But remember, I can only use one per season. So I decided to go with the Thunder Megazord. Not only is this Megazord as iconic to me as the Galaxy Megazord, but it's also very unique in its design. Jason's Red Dragon transforms into a fully formed Megazord that could be used just like that. But it does look kinda puny, so instead of the other Zords becoming arms and legs, they become armor. Now that's what I call teamwork.
Number 4.
And here we have another Megazord with a Chuck Norris complex. Or should I say 3 Megazords. The Hurricane Megazord is a combination between the Storm Megazord, the Thunder Megazord, and the Samurai Star Chopper. Normally, I don't like the huge super combination Megazords, but this one has something about it that won me over. The helicopter blades of the chopper ultimately end up on the Hurricane Megazord's chest. Hence the reason why I said it's got a Chuck Norris complex, because only the man that approves Era laundry detergent could pull that off properly.
Number 3.
This next one is a shout out to all you environmentalists out there, but I'll get to that in a few seconds. This one is a combination between the Lightspeed Megazord and the Solar Max Megazord. As the name of that last one implies, this Megazord is covered in solar panels. It's stylish and eco-friendly. Again, I'm not really sure what exactly I like about this one, but it just made sense to me to put it here. Another thing that I think is noteworthy is how this Megazord is formed similarly to the Thunder Megazord, where armor is placed over top of a smaller, thin Megazord. Only this one is sleeker and cooler looking. Yeah.
Number 2.
This is by far one of the simplest Megazord combinations, not including the Zords that are also Megazords, like the Q-Rex. The Dino Stegazord, I think that's how you say it, actually appears to be overweight, but it's a giant robot. It's not like it's gonna hop on a Stairmaster or anything. This Megazord also features a fully functioning tail that is used in battle, as well as fingers, and that sword, spear, staff thingy it's holding. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I know I don't want to get attacked with it. Call me crazy. I don't know why, but now I'm craving donuts. I'm gonna go get some donuts. That sounds good.
Number 1.
And the number 1 best Megazord goes to the Jungle Master Megazord from Power Rangers Jungle Fury. Not just because it's got a penguin and a surfboard for one of its legs, but I especially love when it's paired up with the Bat Zord. I think that's what really takes the cake. Not only is this Megazord just really cool looking, but it gets even cooler when you add this bat to it. Here, watch this. The bat flies onto its back, and it basically gives it 2 huge axes. You cannot beat that. I dare you to try and beat that. I'm gonna watch it again because it's just so awesome. Axes for wings on its back. Done deal. Okay, I don't speak very much Japanese, but I can say this. Domo arigato, Mr. Bato, and sayonara, which means goodbye.